Life is an individual's personal journey. If the journey is exciting, every moment becomes a celebration. But what makes the journey exciting? In high school, Swaraj was stuck with grief and anxiety and lived in panic and regret. His eyes were filled with tears of helplessness as he sauntered aimlessly in the dark. Then came a ray of hope in the form of music, which helped him overcome his afflictions, pick up the pieces and look ahead in life. Swaraj sees a guitarist playing solo in a church during his 6th class. When he expresses his interest in learning to play guitar with his father, he gets him trained under one of the best guitarists in the city. After nearly 3.5 years of regular learning and practice, he fulfills his wish of playing in church and some other musical events. His father forces him to stop his guitar routine during the time when he has to prepare for his engineering entrance exam. There was a burden of expectations on him, and the pressure created by the education system robbed him of his passion, and it caused an emptiness in him which made him find his solace in porn, masturbation and smoking. He fails in all the entrance examinations and falls into depression. When his parents realize what he has been going through, they find ways to help him recover. He overcomes his obsessions and addictions, rejuvenates and starts preparing again. In the next attempt, he gets a seat in the computer science program at BITS Pilani. Meeting Sashi there marks the beginning of a new phase of his life. There are many qualities in her that he falls in love with. She too likes him and reciprocates his feelings. Both their families approve of them, seeing their responsible attitude. Swaraj joins the music club and performs on stage in music nights. He starts a fusion music band teaming up with his friends. The band creates an EP album, performs in various events at college and wins 2 music competitions during the pre-final year. When Swaraj heads home for winter break, he learns that his mother was diagnosed with an advanced stage of pancreatic cancer a few months ago, but his parents have concealed it from him. He spends most of his time with her during her final days. She leaves a great void in him when she passes away. He goes back to the college to complete his semester, but he feels restless and dejected. When he is on the verge of having a nervous breakdown, he sees a beacon of hope in the form of the Gurukul program. Spending more than a month in Dharamshala interacting with the learned and experienced Buddhist masters makes him introspect his belief, triumph over his anguish and conquer his fears. He finds his inner self and his perception of life and love gets changed forever. During his final term on campus, he gets an internship offer from DreamWorks in their California location, while Shashi gets a job offer from Microsoft India. They bid adieu on the last day, not knowing when they'd meet each other again. After working in DreamWorks for 2 years, he applies for admission into Berkeley, but he gets it without scholarship. He tops the auditions next year. When he calls Shashi on her mobile to share his happiness, her father informs him that she is met with an accident and her right leg is amputated. He goes to India on a loss of pay leave, stays by her side and tries to help her recover. He lies to her that she couldn't get the admission with the scholarship and he'd try for it the next year. She learns about this from his friend in the US and starts becoming agitated that he has been sacrificing his dream for her and she'd become a burden for him in the future. She wants him to join the course and also leave her forever. He pays heed to her upon the doctor's suggestion, who assures him that her thoughts will change with time. Nearly 4 years later, Swaraj goes home to spend a few days with his father after completing his first film score. He gets acquainted with Neha, a 4-year-old daughter of his cousin Arun, and develops a deep affection for her. Arun and his wife die in a road accident when they go on a trip, leaving Neha behind with Swaraj. He takes Neha to Bangalore to leave her under the care of Sashi till he relocates to India. He spends a few days there until Neha is familiarized with Sashi and her parents. One night, he confesses to Sashi how lonely he has been feeling staying away from her and requests her to marry him, at least for the sake of Neha. Sashi finally relents and agrees to his proposal. A week later, they get married in front of the friends and family in a simple ceremony and start their journey together. When you endure difficulties and conquer everything, keeping your dreams alive, your mind comes in harmony with the universe and your predicaments eventually become accomplishments.